July 20th, about 9 in the morning, I guess. We're in Miyazaki prefecture at a station called Oryuzaku, and I would call it pretty Inaka. Borderline Cho, like extreme Inaka, the countryside. Because, we've been using our IC cards for the most part, the top up transport cards, and they don't use them here. The station isn't even manned, it has one track. And the trains come either once an hour, once every 2 hours. So we're gonna catch this train, go back to Miyazaki, and then get a faster train to Oita.
But next time we're staying in the city and not in this.
Yeah, if we come back to Miyazaki, we're staying in Miyazaki City. We're not staying in the Cholinaka. And we're definitely hotel people because where we stayed, it was kind of like a house, which is fine, and it did the job. We weren't there that much aside from sleeping. Yeah, that's probably it, I think. Any last words? No? Okay, well, signing off.
Bye bye.
Welcome to episode 7 of our Back in Japan series. It's Alex and
Linn.
Yes, and today you'll be joining us on a journey further up into Kyushu. This morning we were in Miyazaki, and we're currently on the train we'd actually taken to get there, the small one-car train where you could only enter in the front. You had to take a regular ticket, but we're still in Kyushu, as you can see on the map here. And today, or you can see where we previously traveled, Nagasaki, Kagoshima, Miyazaki. And first we'll be heading to Oita, where we spend one night, and then Fukuoka, where we spend another night. We're now in Oita at a pasta restaurant, Kamakura Pasta, waiting for some food. I thought we might have some time between changing from the Inaka train to the rapid train, but we didn't have as much as we thought. So now time to make up for it, get some food. How are you?
Tired, hungry.
Yeah.
Thirsty.
Yeah. Well, there's plenty of water. We can take water freely over there. Any other thoughts? Okay, maybe we'll end it there. They have all-you-can-eat pizza here, but I think it's only available as a side thing. I just got 2 pizzas, and then got some pasta. Something to tide us over. Then later, onsen. Okay. So, in full honesty, the main reason we went to Oita, despite the fact that it was on our route, was because we had met someone in Denmark who was a Japanese student of Danish from Osaka University, and he originally came from Oita. So we thought next time we went to Japan, we should probably just check it out, just to, tell him, hey, we went to Oita. Unfortunately, we didn't know what town he was from in Oita. We never bothered to ask. Probably should have. He was from a town that was actually further west. Or it wasn't. So we just decided to go to Oita City, which is the capital of Oita Prefecture, because we thought, I mean, at least there's stuff to do there. It's fairly big. There's places to walk around, and it wasn't too touristy compared to some of the other places we had been, because Oita Prefecture itself is pretty famous for hot springs, and the hotel we had also had some hot springs, but of course they're not natural hot springs. I mean, these are things that are on the 8th, 9th floors of hotels, right? But it was still cool. What were your thoughts about Oita then?
I really liked it. More calm than the other cities we've been to. Not many tourists.
Yeah, I feel like Oita would be a good place to raise kids. when I just see it, just because yeah, it has more of a laid back vibe. It does get pretty hot in the summer, but temperate otherwise. Not too much traffic, and yeah, we just, as you see, we're walking on the roads. There aren't too many cars who are hassling us and stuff. We were actually on our way to some secondhand stores just because I saw them on the map, and there were some trains we could have taken, but yeah, there was one train station with only one platform, so I don't think it really made sense to try and take that there. So we just gutted it out, walked about 30 to 40 minutes, and eventually reached our destination. Luckily, it was later in the day, so it was a bit cooler. And then there are also some supermarkets and stuff along the way. Um, yeah, uh, good walk, right?
Sure.
Yeah, and you see here some, yeah, there's never enough hard off. I mean, I don't like that hard offs are never conveniently located in cities. Like this one, was not in the center of the city, but we did make it there. And we got a nice sunset, nice view on the way back. Probably. Do you think it was worth the one night stop in Oita?
Yes.
Do you think maybe we could have spent even more time there?
Yes, I do. I really liked it.
Yeah, small sample size, but it left a good impression on us. I do think I would like to see more of Oita, like for example, the place where our friend was from, and then also Beppu, which is more famous for the hot springs. But Oita City, definitely can recommend. I'm gonna do a little recording. Japanese breakfast, and then gets her money worth. Me, not so much, but them's the breaks. So yeah, we're still in Oita. We'll be heading to Fukuoka probably pretty soon after we check out. I don't see a point in lingering in Oita, and we're gonna go to a soccer game tonight with Kyoto. So yeah, best to get there, put our stuff in a locker, and maybe see what Fukuoka has to offer as a bigger city. Oita's nice though, kind of boring. Okay, we'll stop recording.
Kyushu をご利用くださいましてありがとうございます。この列車は特急ソニック20号小倉回り博多駅です。止まります駅は別府。On this train, the next station is.
We left Oita around 10 a.m. I think the next day. We unfortunately didn't really have another day. In some days we budget another day to explore the area, but in Oita we didn't, just because we had something else planned in Fukuoka, as you'll see coming up, and we needed to leave. But yeah, it took about 2.5 hours to Hakata Station in Fukuoka. Not a bad ride. Nice nature. Welcome to Fukuoka. For those of you who don't know, Fukuoka is Japan's 6th largest city, and the largest on Kyushu, the island where we had been staying. So once we had gotten to the station, of course, it was incredibly complex, like other big city stations, such as Umeda and Osaka and Tokyo and yeah, Shinagawa, Shinjuku, all that stuff. But yeah, I had a bit of trouble trying to figure out which exit we should actually go out of as a result of that. We did figure it out in the end, but it did, yeah. I trimmed down a fair amount of video here. It's about a 9-minute walk to the hotel. It's down that way. I was wondering if we see if they can take the luggage until check-in, or do like we did yesterday. Was there anything that caught your eye when we arrived in Fukuoka?
There was a Pokemon center at the station.
What is a Pokemon Center for those who don't know?
I think it's just like basically a store and an entertainment place all rolled into one.
Yes, we had thought about trying to go in, but they had some weird ticketing lineup system which we couldn't figure out, so we just skipped it. Yeah, maybe next time. After getting some lunch, we headed to a place called Nakasu, which is, they call it a red light district. It's this island sort of in Fukuoka in the middle of the city. It's known for its live, as the name suggests, it has a pretty abundant nightlife. And I was introduced to it actually by playing this game, Yakuza 5, which I could totally recommend. You play a part of the game in a fictionalized version of Nakasu. But yeah, in the day, maybe a little slow. It was pretty warm, but it was cool to walk around and just see. You get the sights and the sounds and everything. Before that, we had actually been at the station trying to get some food. It was very hard to navigate. We ended up in a bike parking garage, I think, at one point, just trying to find where the restaurants were. We did eventually get to a Starbucks and got some stuff there, but yeah, Hakata Station needs to up its navigation game. We are now in Fukuoka, and we're waiting for a bus to take us to the stadium to see a soccer game, Kyoto Sanga. Got all the gear. Yeah, we saw them last time too, but it was in Osaka, and I worked Fukuoka into the trip mainly for this. So, yeah, but the bus is pretty late. I think that might be it though. There's a bus. Okay, now we gotta go. So we'll talk from the stadium. I see. Overall, very good experience at the Fukuoka game. The only thing that could have made it better was if the Sangha managed to win, but still a lot of fun. It was a bit of a trek getting back to Fukuoka just because the directions from the stadium to public transport were not clear. So we walked for a while, but we did make it back to Nakasu because we thought we could explore the nightlife a bit and get some food there. But yeah, it was a bit hot. The stalls there, they're famous for yatai, were crowded, and Linn was tired. So we just decided to, yeah, leave it. We did have one more day in Fukuoka. We left our luggage at the hotel and headed to a town called Sasaguri, to this place called Nanzo-in, a temple. So can you explain what's so special about this temple then?
It has like a really large reclining Buddha, and I saw it on YouTube.
Yeah, I feel like most of the places we go in Japan are just because you saw it on YouTube, or something similar. It took about 45 minutes, I think, from Hakata Station to get there. It was, of course, quite impressive, the statue. It's massive when you see it up close. But it was annoying because the temple itself charged an entry fee for foreigners, not for Japanese people. I was not bold enough to challenge them this time just because I don't live there anymore. So I'm still a tourist. They charge for tourists. Like, it is what it is. But Len paid an extra 500 to go inside the Buddha. Would you say it was worth it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I would say so too. It was cool. And that wraps up the Kyushu portion of our Japan journey. Any concluding thoughts about Kyushu, Fukuoka, Oita, any place?
I liked it. I would like to go again.
Was there anything in particular that stood out compared to other parts of Japan?
The Norwegian bar.
Well, that I walked right into that one. But yes, I enjoyed being back in Kyushu. It had been over a decade since I had been there, and it was neat seeing new places because, yeah, I'd seen some places before. I'd been to Fukuoka, but yeah, just getting to explore more and dive a bit deeper into places you wouldn't expect to find. For example, Miyazaki. But yes, as always, thanks for watching, and don't miss our next episode where we head back to Kyoto and then Takashima, where I used to live. So, see you then.
Bye bye.